Hey, how's it going, y'all? Just want to do a little disclaimer first before I get started showing my gear for my 2026 through hike of the Florida Trail. I'm not an experienced backpacker at all. I'm not someone who's done thousands and thousands of miles on these long distance trails, so this isn't really a video. Obviously, you can take it as a suggestion, but I'm not trying to tell you what to take or any of that. This is just kind of a video of, hey, this is what I'm taking, and people are more than welcome to give their feedback if they'd like, but I'm just a beginner, so, and I haven't even begun the trail yet, so I don't want people to think, oh, this guy's trying to tell me what to do, this guy's never even been on the trail before or whatever. So this is just gear that I've found doing my own research, and then I'm gonna be taking with me, and I'm gonna try not to talk about brands too much because that's a personal thing. People like their own brands, and they usually stick to stuff like that. So I'll just kind of be, I might be flashing what I'm taking with me, but I don't want it to be like, oh, you have to take this, you have to take this. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear before I get started. Alright. I'll start with my my backpack first. I'm going to be taking a 55 liter bag. I think, just with the storage and that little bit of capacity, I'll be able to carry my fears a little bit. Especially with water. I'm always scared of running out of water, so I'll be able to carry a little bit more water if I need to, or if I think I need to. I will have I'm gonna have a liner, probably just a compactor bag from Wally World or something like that. Nothing too fancy, that way my things don't get wet. Alright, so on to the sleep system. First we'll talk about the tent. I just have a one-person ultralight tent that I'll be taking. It's a trekking pole tent, so I'll have those as well. And the trekking poles are nice. They'll be able to fit on the side of the pack real well when I'm not walking with them, or when I'm not holding them, or when I'm not fighting off the gators with them. Also, I have for a ground sheet for my tent, I'm going to use a piece of Tyvek. What do you call it? Just a piece of Tyvek. And I'm sure everybody's seen that. Let's see. For my quilt, I have just a 30-degree synthetic quilt. I think 20 degrees. A little overkill for Florida. It does get cold. Don't get me wrong. But I'm a hot sleeper. I sleep hot normally, so I think this will do just fine for me. A nice 30-degree quilt to be able to open up, with my sleeping pad and everything. Alright, so yeah, speaking of the old sleeping pad, we got the inflatable here. I think it's got an R value of like, I don't know, 5.5 or something like that. I am gonna pair it with the foam pad here. When I'm not sitting on it or organizing my things or whatever, I'm gonna put this underneath my blow up pad to just give a little bit more insulation. I think that'll definitely help keep me warm at night, hopefully. I've never used an inflatable pillow before. I was thinking about taking one, but in my outdoor adventures previously, sleeping in tents and stuff like that, I've never used one. I've always just used other things. So let me know if y'all like using a pillow, because maybe I can get one sent out to me or something if I think You know, a couple days in, couple, you know, weeks in, I'm like, hey, I could use a pillow or whatever. Maybe I can get one sent to me or something like that. Yeah, so next, I'm gonna be showing you kind of what I'm gonna be doing for my water or whatever. You know, I have my water filter here. Definitely gonna come in handy in a lot of spots. I'm gonna take my bag with me. It's a 3-liter Canuck, but I don't know. It might be a little overkill. Who knows? I'm also gonna take. This is smaller than a liter, but this will go in the front pouch of my my backpack. How big is this? Okay, almost 600 milliliters. It's 20 ounces. A little over a pint. Yeah, and what's cool is, you know, this screws on. Everybody knows, you know, this ain't breaking news or nothing. So I'll definitely be using the liter bottles and things like that. This will be probably just for, you know, electrolytes, whatever, getting some stuff, some different stuff into me. That way it's not messing with my water bottles. Alright, so next, have my cooking system. Got my titanium spoon, of course, long handle for getting down deep in whatever it may be that you need to get down deep in, you know. Of course, we got the 750 milliliter pot. That's plenty for me for a solo. If I was with somebody else, you know, I might take something larger. I think this will be plenty big for me. A stove. I've just got like a little stove, you know, the old handy BRS, and then you know, your fuel. Of course, it all fits down in there. Fuel is hard to come by on the Florida Trail, but you can go to Walmart and get fuel cans, and you know, they're not gonna fit in here, but a lot of the research you do, they'll be like, oh no, I sent it home because I'm eating out every day. Why would you do that? Save your money, people. Just get you a stove at Walmart. Jesus Christ. Alright. And yeah, I've got, this is probably overkill too. I'm still debating on whether I should get a smaller one. Maybe use this for something else. Maybe put my quilt in this or something. But this is a 20-liter food bag. Yeah, I'll be hanging this up for all them Ocala bears that want all my goodies. Let's see. Next we'll do little electronics and stuff that I'll be taking with me. Alright, so I've got a headlamp, of course. And I've also got, I'm going to take a power bank with me, probably a 20,000 milliamp. And then the GoPro, obviously, you know, recording device. And some cords, that's really about it. My phone. There's really not too many electronics. I'm kind of basic when it comes to that. Just stuff to charge my phone and whatever else I need to charge. Alright, and then clothes. I'm not gonna show you my clothes. You know, you'll see what I'm wearing out there in the videos to come. But I have a you know, a little sun hoodie that I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna take a beanie, gloves, both fleece. That way when it gets cold. I've got a little nylon long sleeve button down that you know, I can layer with, then a fleece zip up to layer with, and then my puffy. So that'll be kind of my layer system there for when it's cold, and then I can, naturally just delayer as it warms up. What was it? That's in there. Socks. I'm gonna bring 2 pairs of Darn Toughs, 2 pairs of Injinji baseliner socks. I think those are key. Everybody wears those. It's kind of a no-brainer. Definitely trail runners for the shoes. Hiking boots. That's like some 90s stuff. Nobody does that. Yeah, I think that's it as far as clothes go. Obviously some rain gear, rain hoodie, rain pants. That's a necessity. Kind of works as wind gear as well. Kind of cuts down on the levee walk. I think will help me there. So yeah, I think that's all the clothes. Probably a buff or gator, whatever the cool kids are calling it these days. That'll cut down on the wind as well. Help me out on those cold days. Keep the sun off my face. Okay. Of course, I'm going to be taking a natural first aid kit. Everybody knows the get down, Leuco tape, toothbrush, toothpaste, basic hygiene things, floss, some body glide, I don't know, just basic things, Tylenol, whatever, if you need it. You don't want to be popping that stuff every day, but, in the case of emergency, anti-diarrhea tablets, things like that. Just common sense things, you're not taking, I'm not going to take something crazy, but, just some basic things, Band-Aids, couple Band-Aids, tweezers, a lot of things I have here gathered up. I just, everybody knows all this stuff. And I'm sure I missed a few things. I like an umbrella. I've got an umbrella here somewhere laying around. My sunglasses. There's probably a few things that I missed, but I wanted to say for the last, kind of the most important things that I'll need to take with me are first one, just being a member of the Florida Trail Association is important, because you'll be passing through some private land and some things where they really only want through hikers and Florida Trail Association members and hikers and things like that to kind of be there. So it will be hunting season too, so I'm not trying to get shot. The second one that I'll need kind of right off the bat will be the liability form for the Seminole Reservation. I have that notarized and ready to go. Also, I'll need some permits once I get a little farther north up into St. Mark's and things like that. That I will need to take care of. Also the background check and the permit for the Air Force Base up there in the Panhandle. I haven't done that yet just because I don't know. I'm not gonna get up there for quite a while, so I've got a little bit of time to do it. When I take a zero one day, I can just knock it out real quick. I think it's good for a year, and I have plenty of time. I guess I'm just procrastinating, being lazy. And then the Far Out app, I think that's important. Going to be important for me to take that. So I've got the Florida Trail on the Far Out app, and I'm going to be using it to find everything. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping in and watching my video. Like I said earlier, I'm sure I missed things, but let me know down in the comments what I missed and what I should be taking with me and what I shouldn't be taking with me. That's always helpful too, and I appreciate everybody watching. See you out there on the trail.